it was almost like the portal shut that day, and never more could you meet each other. Bernardo's had this project for CF adults to get them talking to each other, because cross-infection hadn't been thought of then. And so I just walked into Bernardo's with all these other adults with CF and felt completely at home. It was amazing. I didn't have to explain why I was coughing. I didn't have to explain why I was taking tablets. We all met together. We'd go out together at least once a week, whether it was going to the cinema. We used to hire a sports stadium to play badminton, and then we'd go for a curry. We had holidays, we had weekends to Brighton. And so then in 1990, 91, that was when cross-infection reared its head. 7 or 8 of us had gone on holiday to Cyprus for 2 weeks. The one lad had already had a transplant. One girl was due to go on the list when we came back from holiday, and then there was another man who was the same age as me, and he wasn't feeling very well at the end of the holiday. I was okay, but when we came back then, it was found out that he had Cystopacia. Within 6 weeks he died of Cystopacia, and there was about 24 of us, so quite a good number, mixed ages, who met regularly, and within a period of 2 years it had halved, and now there's 3 of us. It was just the most awful time. It was almost like the portal shut that day, and never more could you meet each other. We didn't have Zoom then, we didn't have Teams then, that was it. And it just felt like the most miserable time, because I'd had this 10 years of being so close to them, and then suddenly they weren't there. And I think that's one of the things with CF. You think, right, I'm going to sort this then, this is how it's going to be, this is how I need to get on with it. And then the next day, something else whacks you over the head that you hadn't considered. I thought those people would be in my life forever, and that I'd be in theirs. I'd never want to experience it again, ever. And in some ways, it almost puts you off making new friends with CF, because you don't want to go through that again. I so loved it, and the fact that when we went out for a meal, we were the normal ones because the tablets were going up and down the table, because the lads had never remembered to bring them. And our partners felt the odd ones out because they couldn't join in that bit. Yeah, it was amazing. Such a contrast to how it is now, which is why we are lucky that we've got things like Teams and Zoom. And okay, it's not going to replace going to the pub or going out for a meal together, but at least it's some contact face to face you can have. Just, well, when you took this tablet, what happened to you? Did you ever have that, exchange of information with each other, and making it a normal conversation is priceless.